Hey, oh, shit. Can you give me a half a minute? Now say thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hey,
Everybody.
Marv. Now, pump,
What?
you're going to hate me.
What?
We have an echo.
Have an echo now?
Yeah.
All right, let me just put on my headset then.
I think the song was echoing or something.
Yeah, you know what?
Is it supposed
That's
to?
what happened. That's what happened to the Aristocrat video last week. All right, let's try it now. See if I still got an echo. No, no echo.
No, yeah, you're good. You're good.
All right, I'll wear my headset. I'll be a pilot. Pilot. All right, we're still recording? Yeah, we're recording.
Yeah, we're ready to go.
People got to see the inside of making a podcast. For some reason, every other week I get an echo for no fucking apparent reason.
I'm sure somebody knows why out there. Right?
I don't know why. Nobody knows.
It adds to the homemade aspect of the show.
We got a lot to talk about this week, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
A lot in the news. A lot.
Let's get that energy up.
Let's get it up. I did a show last night at the I just went and set up speakers we've showed Hellvan at Kent Cycle. Thank you to Jorge De La Rosa. We showed the movie Hellvan. Everyone again lauded my acting skills. They said I should have won an Oscar.
Yeah, I don't know why you weren't nominated.
Oscar Mayer, maybe.
Or at least a raspberry.
Oscar Mayer. You know, if I was shooting a movie, I would let the actors see their acting a couple times just to let them. Because I'm like, when I first started in that movie, I know I was overacting, but I couldn't tell it.
I thought that they do that. I thought
then after I saw my clip, no, not this movie. After I saw my clip later, I'm oh, that's overacting. And then later on, I was okay, but in the beginning, I knew I could tell I was overdoing it. I think you need to see yourself to really.
Yeah, you know, I just assumed that was something that they did, that you were just able to like not necessarily play it back, but even like near the end of the day, you'd rewatch it and say, okay, do we like this? Do we not like this? And then we'll do it again or not. But
well, probably if you're a professional actor, you don't need that.
No, well, I mean, I would imagine you do, but I think more of the issue is time, because it's all about how much time it takes up to set up the camera and the lighting and the sound, and the situation for
and they don't want to reset around while you're watching it,
and then have to redo that, and then time is money. It's probably where that, you know, thing came from. So, because you guys still gotta pay all those background people too an hourly rate, right?
Something I was really good at was drunk Marv. I'm an excellent.
Marv?
I can be drunk Marv at the drop of a hat.
Well, let's see an impression of drunk Marv. Let's see this.
You can't quit. You can't give up, Sheriff. You just can't give up.
Did you say sheriff?
Yeah, because I was talking to the sheriff in the movie.
Oh, it was a scene from the movie.
From the movie Hellvan.
Oh, so you needed to go scene, and then you gotta give us where it's from, the monologue. You gotta say.
I tell you, if you ever believe in anything, you gotta believe me on this, Sheriff. The devil exists. The devil is real. You gotta believe me, Sheriff.
There you go.
Scene.
It seemed like that you had a headache there. You were like,
I was drunk.
You were drunk, but you still had a drunk headache. So it was believable. It was believable. But you needed to say, this is Marv Connor. This is a scene from Hellvan. And then,
Oh,
Emote.
No
Emote.
wonder, no wonder my sizzle reel doesn't sizzle. We should look up some sizzle reels and show them.
Oh, I
wonder-
bet that would not get copyright issues at all.
No, I don't think it would because they want the attention.
I would like to see old sizzle reels of shows with completely different people in them and see what it would look like Seinfeld sizzle reel with, rando comics that they were just
Hey, what's up with that? What's up with cotton swabs?
right. It'd be Gilbert Godfrey instead of Seinfeld.
What's up with cotton god? There's probably out there. I know Kevin
You're an
Pollak.
anti-dentite, or however he would.
Kevin Pollak used to do that.
Oh, Kevin Pollak
He's a good impressionist.
gets He still gets, all because of, he was in that. Well, I guess he was in Willow too, but not quite as a big role. But A Few Good Men. He started to get serious roles,
I'm looking up sizzle reels. This isn't working. It's not. They're not like at all what I think. I thought sizzle reel was you make a reel for people to hire you for acting jobs.
Oh, a sizzle reel is like a TV show mock-up.
Is that what a sizzle reel is?
That's what I thought a sizzle reel is.
I always thought it was a.
It's like a spec show taped on. Okay, here's what it could look like if we, or what it would be like if we.
If I were in this movie.
In a movie or TV show, yeah.
Wait here, how to make a sizzle reel with Premiere Pro.
I could be completely wrong on all of that, so don't quote me.
You can sell a TV show with a sizzle reel. It's a try to get people to pay attention to you thing, is what I think. I know Mike Polk made one, but his was in fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My name's Mike Polk. I have the worst TV reel ever. He made this 16 years ago. God, how long have we been doing comedy, John?
Too long.
All right. We're way off subject. What was the subject? We don't have one.
You got into sizzle reels. We were talking about your Hellvan thing last night.
You want to start with the death in our community of actors, entertainment moguls. Morgan Spurlock.
Oh. I don't know.
Director.
Yeah, he's a West Virginian. I know that.
He made the video about eating at McDonald's every day for a long time. How long did he eat there?
30 days.
30 straight days, and he got fat and sick as fuck, right?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I believe.
But he got fat and sick as fuck, right?
Yeah, he got real sick.
What's that say about McDonald's, John?
It's not good for you. Well, that much of it, right?
Did McDonald's hire him then as a spokesman?
I don't think that happened. He was not brought in as like anti-Ronald McDonald. Although that would be great if they would like had a boxing match between him and Ronald McDonald.
His movie was called Super Size Me.
Yep.
You want to watch a clip of his death?
Of his what?
A quick,
Yeah,
video.
we could. I mean, if it's copyright issues, but he. So the deal was, every time they asked him to supersize it, he had to say yes if they asked him.
What?
Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. So every time in the show, if the person in the drive-through asks him if he would like to supersize it, he has to, because it's a prompt, right?
Oh. This is Inside Edition's little tribute to Morgan Spurlock.
Yeah, he did a number of shows.
Food from Mickey D's. He filmed it all as part of the 2004 documentary Supersize Me, which was nominated for an Academy Award. He sat down with anchor Harry Smith on CBS's The Early Show back in 2004.
After a month of this,
20 years ago,
I gained 24.5 pounds. My cholesterol shot up 65 points. My liver basically turned to fat. It was so filled with fat, the doctors said it was like pate. It was reaching like a toxic level, putting me en route to having like non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, hardening of the liver, cirrhosis of the liver. I mean, it got really, really frightening for a while.
Today, the world has lost a true creative genius and a special man. I am so proud to have worked together with him, his brother said in part of the statement. Morgan Spurlock was 53 years old.
so young.
What, cancer, I think is what they said?
Oh, I don't know. Did it say it didn't say at the beginning.
Spurlock, the documentarian who became famous after spending an entire month only eating McDonald's, has died. He passed away from complications of cancer, according to a statement by his family.
Yeah, that's it. Cancer. Cancer got him.
You know, depending on where you live in West Virginia, if you drink the water, you might get cancer.
Fair enough. Well, they don't
If he
pollute
grew
them
up,
for
if he
free.
grew up drinking the water and stuff like that,
They don't pollute them for
it's a
free.
bad
Mark.
area.
It costs good money to get that kind of pollution.
That's true. That's true.
Did you watch?
Isn't it odd though? Isn't it weird though? How like, so there was like that whole thing when people were eating organic and people would make fun of people for eating organic, and they're just like, "Well, I like my food sprayed with chemicals."
Later on that DDT, boys. Later on, it'll become a professional wrestling move.
And they'd make fun of people. I bet you like all your organic fruit. Yeah, I do. It tastes really good.
You paid 66 cents a pound for your organic bananas. I get mine for 39 cents, bitch.
Yeah, and they've been sprayed with so much bug repellent, I can't even taste the banana.
Do you buy organic?
I try to.
I do only if the other stuff is gone.
But you know, just like anything else, I don't believe that it's organic. And some of the stuff, do you know what I mean?
I don't want to die young, John.
Sometimes they like to slap that label on there.
John, I don't want to die young.
And charge a little extra. Yeah, I mean,
I'm 65, John.
You're not going back.
I'm not dying young.
Well, it's more for my kids than it is for me.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I've made it past the die young stage. If I die, people are going to,
Well, no. Nowadays, 60s is still kind of like, you know, dying a little young. Yeah.
He's 65. He had his run.
Well, let me put it this way. When Dick Van Dyke goes, nobody's going to be saying, you know what? That was just too soon.
He's still alive?
He is still alive.
Are you serious? I just watched a Dick Van Dyke video yesterday.
He just came out with a new video, Dick Van Dyke.
I just watched a TikTok of Dick Van Dyke dancing to a rap song.
Well, it
was him dancing, and they put rap music to it.
Oh.
But it looked perfectly choreographed.
Well, this is old beard, you know, Dick Van Dyke in a chair, and he's railing against I think it might be Trump or something. But yeah, he's a prolific video maker. He's always out there.
He's making
always
videos?
saying, "Hi, Dick Van Dyke, still alive."
Here's something on my mind. You want to watch him say it?
But you'd think he'd be, you know, he could still be getting work.
Oh, let's watch a Dick Van Dyke video. Fuck it.
He's 100 and something, I think, right?
This is how you fix your slice.
Oh, I gotta hit the other button. Hang on.
What are you watching, Marv?
I'm Dick Van Dyke.
There he is.
You remember me? I used to fall down a lot on purpose. I don't speak up a lot, but there's something on my mind that I wanted to talk about. You know, our Supreme Court has delayed any decision about a president's immunity, and at the same time they have stalled everything, so that Donald Trump's path back to the White House is pretty clear now. And when that happened, both of the cable networks—
I can't hear what he's saying, but he trimmed his beard.
Corrupt.
You can't hear him?
No.
Our Supreme Court is corrupt.
All right. We got to hear this. I got to fix it. I don't understand why you can't hear it. I mean, I got the stuff set, so you should be able to hear it. Share screen. Entire screen. Sound. Click. Share. All right, so you can see it, right?
Yeah, I've watched the video before. I just can't hear it now.
But I want the people to say it. I don't understand why you can't hear it.
I'm Dick Van Dyke.
Can you hear
What's
it
your
now?
volume at on?
Fall down
No,
a
I can't
lot.
hear it. Is it because you got your headphones in?
I don't speak up a lot, but
It
there's
shouldn't be.
something on my mind. That I
It's
wanted
just
to-
not loud enough. I can
our
hear
Supreme
him talking. It's just not loud
made
enough.
Any decision about a president's immunity, and at the same time they have stalled
Let's say, is the
everything.
main volume turned up?
Donald Trump's path back to the White House is pretty clear now.
I mean, on the video itself.
And when that happened, both
Yeah.
of the cable
Okay.
network pages
Yeah, I don't know.
printed headlines: corrupt. Our Supreme Court is corrupt. And then nothing. Silence.
Oh yeah, I think he was talking about Supreme Court.
Anybody. They
And some other
dropped the
things.
subject as if they'd been squelched. At the same time, for some reason, our college students, out of the blue, became very concerned about what's happening in the Middle East. I'm beginning to feel a little manipulated somehow. Think about it, will you? Thanks.
98 years old.
I can't understand why you couldn't hear it. Everything, all the setting. Can you hear this?
And let me ask you this.
No.
Do you think Jimmy...
I know
You
somebody's talking. I can hear a little bit of it, but I can't make out what they're saying.
It doesn't make sense. Everything here is up. All right. All right. Let's move on. You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Well, we won't do any more clips then if we can't hear them. Boom. Back at you. Okay. Let's talk.
But yeah, so Dick Van Dyke, super
You
old,
hear-
but
you
he
hear-
should be working. I don't understand.
You heard that?
Yeah,
What the fuck?
play it again. Yeah, that was loud enough to hear. That too. You hear that?
That's loud.
Yeah. Probably
Huh.
some button or, my
Yeah.
laptop is
Well,
low too.
We'll find out if it was you or when we watch the video next week. 'Cause
All right.
We're the only one going to watch it. Let's be honest.
But anyway, check out the Dick Van Dyke video. It's pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the Trump trial.
Okay.
Well, first he had a rally in the Bronx, and he paid a bunch of people to show up. That's what happened.
I saw some pictures. I don't know if it was the correct pictures, but it didn't look like that there were that many people there.
Yeah, they said there was 25,000, and the estimates are like, no, not even close. Donald, you liar.
Did you see the AI picture of him? It was supposed to be in that thing in the Bronx. He was supposed to be at a barbecue and he was surrounded by black people. But then you look at his hands, and his hands are like one finger is like just one big blob, and it was supposed to look like it was like a real video or a real picture, but you could tell it was faked. They still haven't figured out AI.
Here's the actual picture.
Those are the playing around people.
Drew 8 to 10,000, and they said 20,000. Okay. I can't blow it up. Fucking thing. They got it copyrighted or something where I can't blow it up.
That's going to be the new excuse, though, right? Before, it used to be I was hacked, and now it's going to be, that's just AI.
Can you see it?
Yeah, that's the picture.
Yeah, that doesn't look like. They say it's 8 to 10,000. It doesn't look like that to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what. It seems.
It looks like a football.
It's not as massive as the other crowd.
Looks like a football game, man. And look, it's all white people. Who lives in the Bronx, John?
But even 8 to 10,000 is not as many as what he was getting before, like the 20,000 stuff.
But white people don't live in the Bronx, John. This is all white people.
I
Oh,
mean,
there's
he
a
got
black guy.
he got
There's
a
a black
decent amount
woman.
of he got a decent amount of Latinx voting for him. I'm telling
No,
you,
that's
there's
good.
some.
He's paying them to show up, though. They're hired.
Oh, maybe. I mean,
He's hiring people to show up.
would you do that though?
Because he's trying to make people think he's trying to convince blacks and Puerto Ricans that more of them are coming to his way. So he's manipulating this shit.
How much is he paying him?
I don't know. Millions. He spends millions on shit. So
Now, let me ask this question: if you're if you're a racist,
you're out of work.
if you're a racist that is an active voter and supporter for Donald Trump,
mm-hmm.
Isn't that kind of a convoluted thing for you to be donating money for his campaign in order for him to pay blacks and Puerto Rican, blacks and Latinx or whoever? Wouldn't that bother you? Would that not make you want to donate money?
Mm.
If you're like fervent?
I probably wouldn't, because the goal is to get him in, and you don't care how he does it. It says in 2021.
Really, so all of their stuff is bullshit, just like everything else.
In 2020, he paid $3.5 million for protesters, to people to come to his rallies.
Yeah.
Then it went up to 4.3 million.
It's just some of these people just want to be angry about something. They might not be really angry about it, they don't really care, but
you get
they just need to be angry about something.
You get $20 an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
And how long are his rallies?
Oh, 2-3 hours.
So they're going down there for $60.
But you may not get paid, is what everybody's saying. Sometimes he doesn't pay you.
Oh, you mean Trump's not paying people?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a revelation.
Most of his
imagine that.
Here's a question: when you look at Trump rally, where do they get those people in the background? Are they paid? Are they rewarded in some way? And sign forms not to disclose the details. Many are paid, especially the African American dude, always familiar, waving and appearing ecstatic. Not always the same guy, but always black. You'll note almost universally white folks, his mob, they're the ones in the ubiquitous MAGA hats, with the women proudly supporting Trump and Grab My Pussy t-shirts. These folks are usually just there to bask in his holy presence. Fewer and fewer these days. So you want $20 an hour. He paid $80,000 at the Montana campaign for supporters.
To see that. Now, do they have to cheer him on, or can they freely boo if they want to boo?
They have to cheer him on. Why didn't Trump hire smarter-looking actors for his rallies? And the answer was because that wouldn't be convincing.
Well, it's almost like they're casting people, right? They just think it's a show.
They are.
It's like a TV show.
He's a total fucking fraud. He's a fraud through and through. So his rally didn't do as well as he thought, and it was a bunch of bullshit. But Trump supporters love that. He can attract the blacks too. The blacks. What's he say? What did he say about black people? Trump. Look at my black
no one's
fellow.
really talking about this, but what if it isn't nearly as close as anybody thinks, and this thing ends up being a goddamn landslide? Do you think that's possible?
Yeah. It doesn't matter, landslide. All that matters is electoral college.
Right, I understand that, but I'm talking about like a state landslide even in electoral college. Like, he's going to get votes, but I mean, it's such a joke now. I mean, he's lost. If all these people still aren't going to the thing, and the only people that are saying that they're voting for him are these politicians. Okay.
I froze, yeah. And I'm back now.
Because how many more of these people that have said, "Oh, I'm gonna vote for Trump," even though they were like said all these things against him, like Nikki Haley, just last week. How long before they start dropping off and going the other way? Is it they lose the election?
No, they're never going to stop. They're taken over by the cult. It's a cult now.
So you think they're just gonna carry this water
Yep.
or this momentum of this MAGA Trump thing, Trumpism?
Here's
Oh,
our only hope. When Trump wins, he's going to do such a bad fucking job, and the country's going to get so fucked up. People are going to say, "Oh, that was a mistake."
They didn't see that the last time. He didn't fuck up.
Yeah,
enough?
they did. They did say it last time, and that's why he lost. But people seemed to have forgotten that our fucking shelves are empty, that the economy was in the toilet, that he's the only president not to create any jobs in his 4 years in office. He had negative job growth. They all forgot it. It's like, oh no, he was the best.
No, you don't remember? He had a fantastic economy. You don't remember that when nobody was going any place and it was fucking ghost towns?
Right. And millions of Americans died because of his indecisiveness.
Explain to me how people forget so quickly. Is it just the brainwashing from Fox News and their conservative radio, or is it more than that? Is it just willful ignorance?
Stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what.
Racism is why.
Because if you listen to them, remember, a lot of them, they don't blame Trump for any of the COVID policies. They blame Fauci.
Right.
Which Trump's
they
the
blame
commander in
Biden.
chief. It's not like, you know.
They blame Ukraine on Biden.
Yeah.
They say Biden started it.
Yeah.
And honest to God, they're out there saying that this war, Biden. Well, and then the comedian that does a Daily Show, what's his name? Tall guy. He goes, "Oh, so Biden somehow tricked Putin into sending tanks in the Ukraine?"
Jordan Klepper.
Yeah.
Jordan Klepper.
Yeah, Biden did that. Biden tricked Putin.
Oh, you mean he tricked the genius Putin? He tricked him? Maybe we should have him in office then.
Putin is a great guy.
The mastermind.
He's a great guy. He says what he means. Oh, he's a good guy. What do you mean? We're fucking idiots.
That's what I'm saying. They're just they'll make any sort of compromise if they think that it'll get Trump in office, because that's who they identify with. They identify with how he acts. They identify with how he does business. They identify with everything about him. And a lot of those people, you know, they just say it. You know, this is the first president that ever talked like me.
And who never lived anything like these people's lives that they're saying he relates to. He doesn't have a fucking clue. He don't have a fucking clue what it is to go without worrying if you're going to have money for gasoline to get to work tomorrow. He don't fucking know.
It's not about that. It's how much they don't like other people. That's not them.
It's hate. You're right. It's about hate.
Yeah.
We're fucking afraid a white man is going to lose his place. A place that we never fucking had, because rich people have run everything for years.
Everything else that they say is nothing. Everything else, or they use as an argument, is nothing more than a disguise. It's just disguise.
Projection.
For how they really are.
And they project.
Yeah.
Project their problems from someone else.
And then they know that by the way they act and the way they prop up this moron, it gets people that are, we'll call them liberals, we'll call them anybody who has a goddamn brain, you know, worked up, because at the same time, while they're saying, well, Trump supports the troops, at the same time, he's shitting on the troops. And then they have the gall to put Trump's head on, like, troops and everything and fighting and everything like that, when we all know that he was a piece of shit that there was a draft dodger.
And he called troops suckers and losers.
Right? But they have no problem with
what's in it for me?
A flag with Trump with.
Why would they? What's in it for these suckers and losers? And you look at these soldiers like, why the fuck would you support this piece of shit who didn't do shit for you? And you know who gave you the pay raises? They think Trump gave those pay raises. Those were already enacted before he became president. Obama gave the fucking pay raises.
But they've been conditioned to just 2 or 3 sentences is like, whatever that the liberals don't like, I like.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And we don't even say
They've
what
been
we
conditioned and conditioned. They don't
it's
even know
only-
what a liberal is.
They don't know what we don't like. They don't have a fucking clue. They're just saying,
Oh.
oh, a lot of people say that's one of Trump's biggest lines. A lot of people say I'm the greatest president. A lot of people like I'm better than Lincoln. I
Or
did more for
people
the blacks than Lincoln. I did more for the blacks than Lincoln did. Lincoln, who's Lincoln? He's an idiot. And never fight uphill, me boys. Never fight uphill. Let's forget that, Jim. He's a
So
fucking
in the court case, there was like the last guy was combative and everything. Was he yelling
Yes.
at people?
That's how this genius rolls. He puts a guy in the stand that fucking torches his case. And I know the lawyers on Trump's team did not want to put this guy in the stand. You know why he was on the stand? Because Trump made him put him on the stand. Trump made him put this guy in the stand. The guy gets on the stand. First thing he does is piss off the judge. He says something. Oh, he gets objected. He goes, "Jeez," to the judge. "Jeez, judge, what the fuck you mean objecting to my answer? You don't like it." And the judge looks at him and goes, "Are you giving me side eye? Are you eye fucking me from the stand? Are you eye fucking me?"
That is a weird thing for a judge to say, right?
Yeah.
Am I the only one? Like, are you looking at me? I mean, it sounds like something from my kids.
Oh,
class.
and the witness goes, "Strike that," like he's the fucking judge. And the judge is like, "The only one that strikes shit in here is me, all right? You can't say strike it."
You got to admit, that would have been pretty funny to watch.
He did it.
You got to have been dying. I know. I mean, I'm saying that would have been pretty funny. You're like, if he just starts, "Objection, you're the witness, asshole. You can't object."
He tried to do that shit. He tried to run the court from the witness stand. And the judge is like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?
This is my testimony.
Are you staring me down?" He said that. That's an actual phrase. "Are you staring me down? You can look at me like that one more time. I'm going to throw you out and all your testimony." And the defense is probably
He's like an 11-year-old.
The defense is probably going, "Please throw his testimony out because he fucking killed us." His whole Cohen's point was, I didn't want to hire this guy because he was shady as fuck. So what do? They put the shadiest fuck guy on the stand, and he proves he's shady as fuck.
Wait, they didn't want to hire him to do what?
This guy, Costello, Trump wanted him to be Cohen's lawyer.
Oh.
And that way, anything Cohen did was going to go to his lawyer he was going to tell Giuliani, and Giuliani would tell Trump. In other words, he was going to spy on Michael Cohen.
Oh, okay.
And he's there to protect Trump, in theory. Hear what he said to Michael Cohen? "Michael," like a mob boss. "Michael, you got powerful friends in high places, Michael. Don't worry about it. You'll sleep like an angel, Michael. We got your back. You got powerful friends in high places, Michael."
So they don't talk.
Well, and Michael Cohen's like, "You've pretty much fucked over everybody else in my life. And what makes me think you're not going to fuck me over too?" Fuck.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
I just...
So that was their last witness. He got up on the stand and just got ripped to shreds. And that's what the jury's going to remember going into. So the prosecutors will point out their only witness is a fucking idiot. And and we're asking you not to just because Michael Cohen's a liar, we admit it, but everything he said has been corroborated 10 times over by facts, by papers, by documents, by other witnesses. He's completely corroborated in everything he said. So whether he's a liar or not is not the issue. The issue is, did Trump falsify documents? And the answer is clearly he did.
Okay. What is he going to get, though?
He could get 4 years like Michael Cohen got.
Michael Cohen got 4 years.
34 counts. He could get 4 years for every count, but he would never get that.
I thought Michael Cohen only got a year in prison. I thought he was already done.
No, he did about 18 months, and he got the COVID thing. He got early release.
Oh.
Which they tried to fuck him over on. Remember that? Trump sent a lawyer in and saying, "You sign this or you can't get out." Remember that?
No, I don't remember that. What happened with that?
Okay, COVID's going on. A lot of prisoners are getting early release. Remember that?
Right.
A couple comedians from our comedy community got out because of COVID.
Really? Okay.
But so Michael Cohen's on his way out, and they do a side meeting. They pull him
Wait.
into this.
Were the comedians before they went in?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know why they were in prison because they don't tell you that.
Yeah.
But anyways, they said to Michael, you have to agree to these things or you can't get the early release. And Michael's like, look, I'm a lawyer. I know this isn't, you can't do this. You can't, it's already been granted to me. And so they stopped his release because he wouldn't protect Trump on his way out. And so he sued and he ended up getting out anyways.
That's messed up.
Yeah. Because Trump will do anything. He doesn't care what the fucking law is.
Fucking
He don't care what the fucking law is. He don't care about the Constitution. He don't
Yeah.
care. He only cares about Donald fucking.
He's a villain. And it's been said before, but he's a mob boss. That he's a weak mob boss / villain, just sort of like a corrupt,
He's always mistreated everybody in his life.
He's a caricature.
He's never owned. He's never owned a professional, ethical bone in his body. There's nothing about that guy that should make you think I trust this guy. And we got all these fucking idiots. If you're watching this and you're a Trump fan, you're a fucking idiot. Just so you know, you are a fucking idiot. Unless you're rich, then I get it. You want to be richer, and you're a selfish son of a bitch.
Yeah, and you want to get that. Tell you what, it didn't help me.
Most people support him are idiots, though. I had someone on my Facebook page. I said something like, "Look, if you think you're Christian and you follow this guy, you're not Christian. You can't tell me I'm not Christian." I said, "I just did. I just said you're not Christian. He's a fucking rapist, liar,
Well, they're
cheat,
not a
thief.
good one. They're not a good Christian.
Not a Christian at all.
You're
So
a bad
You
Christian.
can't be Christian and support the things that Donald Trump is doing.
Yeah,
No
I hate to break it
fucking
to a lot of
way.
people, but Jesus was kind of a socialist.
Yeah. You can't be Christian and support this guy. You can think you're Christian and you're full of shit, just so you know. I'm not Christian, John, just so
Right.
you know.
Yeah, neither am I.
So I'm on the outside looking in. But I know what Christians profess to be, and Donald Trump is none of that.
I know the basics, except you know what I didn't realize? I didn't know that there's like a bunch of commandments, not just the 10. There's like
There's
80
like-
of them.
I think there's 700 when they actually count it. in the
700
Bible.
commandments?
Yeah, in the Bible.
Jesus. I mean, yeah, well,
Things that God told you to do and you're supposed to do.
we got to go over that one day and just see and they just whittled it down to the top 10. They did a Letterman's top 10 list.
Somebody's fucking book. And it wasn't even all written
Oh
by the
wait,
same people.
no, Marv. God wrote that. Don't you know? God wrote that. It wasn't like they paraphrased. They're like, no. That's a long list. God, we just whittle it down to 10.
80 years after Jesus died, we're going to get together and say, here's what Jesus said. Did you hear it? No, but someone told me what he said.
Jesus. Did you see? Did you see that Megyn Kelly interview with Bill Maher?
Yeah, it was good.
What did you think of that? I didn't get to watch. I saw clips of it, but I didn't see the whole thing.
According to my AI bot, there's 613 commandments in the Bible.
613?
That's just the Old Testament.
But Megyn Kelly, she's crazy.
248 are positive commandments. 365 are negative commandments.
She's another of the one of those that like to obfuscate and she likes to be the specific. I'm playing lawyer on TV and I'm always interrogating or I'm always cross-examining someone.
Oh yeah, and then she did a lot of.
But then whenever she's asked a question or she's put to the test, it's like she's offended as, you know, as a woman or as a mother or what have you.
Right.
You know?
To protect my children, I'll do this kind of
Yeah.
answer. Like,
Well, I don't want my child to see a penis in the bathroom.
A penis in the bathroom?
Why is your girl child in a men's restroom, a urinal? Why would they be?
What?
Shouldn't you have in the woman's restroom?
Well, you know,
I don't understand.
Her statement is that
I'm a boy.
transgender dude is in a women's room. I'm like, at school?
I don't want him to see a penis in a locker room. Tell him not to go in the boys' locker room.
Yeah, there's a lot of commandments. We don't follow them. So
yeah, and then we got to look that up and see what the real wild ones are one day. Nikki Haley, she did a full turnaround, right? She's back saying she's going to vote for Trump.
Nikki Haley, what a genius.
That's not going to give her the VP though, right? Just because she switches now. Is that what she thinks?
I don't know what. Well, she works for a company that's conservative, so maybe she's trying to get business for the company, and she's a millionaire from it.
What's the company?
I don't remember her actual company, but it's a business related thing. I'm pretty sure. Nikki Haley's company.
But her credibility has been out the window for a while, but now it's, you know.
She opened a popular women's clothing boutique, Exotica International. Nikki Radwana, that's her real name, began helping with bookkeeping at the clothing store. How she built her $8 million fortune. She's on the board of United Homes Group.
All right, what do they do?
And she's connected to Boeing.
Oh, so is she the secret assassin that killed that dude?
One of her first private sector jobs since leaving government was to join the board of Boeing, a defense contractor. She gets $300,000 a year in cash and stock. So she's rooted in the weapons industry.
I wonder if Bolton is too. I wonder if Bolton has a lot of stock in
he's got to be.
Because he's like always, war.
What is it good for? Fatten my wallet. Fatten my wallet. Come on. Whoa.
Can you imagine if he was president, then like just so like the judge was yelling at the guy for being side-eye. If any like world leader gave him side-eye, he'd be like, "We're dropping bombs."
Mate, he gave me a funny look, Mad.
If he got in, they would start dropping bombs on Iran like the day he was sworn in.
Bomb Iran. How about Iran? We didn't talk about that. The president died. When we were on the show last week, they were still looking for his body, and they found it.
I mean, how are they going to be able to prop another guy up and be able to force the entire population to vote for that person?
Same way they did it the first time.
By persecuting them and throwing them into secret jails and torturing them. I don't understand how they get them to vote this way.
I think they're going to, though. If some supreme leader says to do it, you do it. So we got to add that. We talked about the Iranian.
How do you work your way up in the Iran, supreme leader marathon thing?
I got to think being very good at torture.
You've got to be able to work a room. You know what I mean? Be able to really like maneuver and.
You know who could get a good job in the Iranian cabinet?
Who's that?
Samuel Alito.
Oh, I thought you were going to play the helicopter bullshit.
Oh, I'm going to do that to you, John.
Oh, fuck you. I know you will.
I'm waiting never for do it. The helicopter.
I'm waiting for it.
You think I'm not going to do it then. But Alito is flying a flag. What's it say?
I don't know. It's got a pine tree on it and something all in heaven or some shit. Is it all in heaven or what is it?
Oh, I got to look it up.
I don't know. It had a white with a pine tree on it. I don't know.
Alito flag. It's certainly connected to the January 6th insurrectionists. Oh, his wife is the one doing it. It's an appeal to heaven flag.
Appeal to heaven.
It dates back to the Revolutionary War.
Do these guys? I mean, they're supposed to be smart people. The Alito and
he knows there's nothing we can do.
Right, but I mean, that's not my question. I guess my question is, I guess Trump is just the joystick for what they want to do, but I mean, is it just massive collusion with the other members of the Supreme Court? Because you know what I mean? I mean, I just don't.
First of all, they're going to get. They don't need a collusion. They've got 6 votes.
No. I mean, involved in the whole January 6th thing. You know what I mean?
I believe definitely Alito is because his wife and Clarence Thomas's wife is huge on it.
So maybe
I don't think the others are directly involved, but they're going to give them whatever Trump wants. Because
that's how they get away with it, though. Is they use their wives, or their wives are that extension of them within these other circles.
It doesn't matter, though, according to ethics. Though, ethically, if there's anything that makes it look like you have a bias, you're not supposed to rule on it. You're supposed to recuse yourself.
Yeah, we're past that point.
They don't have to do it, and they know they don't. There's like, what can you do to me? Impeach me? You don't have 67 votes. You don't have 67 votes in the Senate.
But correct me if I'm wrong.
Impeachment's a failed system.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Hear me out here. If Donald Trump becomes dictator, there is no Supreme Court.
Not as long as not unless
why the fuck would they support that?
If they do what he says, they're always going to be in power. They'll be powerful too.
I guess, but we see how he treats his friends and enemies.
Look, they don't mind. They don't mind that they're rubber stamp. Supreme Court doesn't mind being rubber stamp right now because they're getting everything they want. They believe in all that conservative bullshit. They're saving the babies, John.
What's next to go?
All of our systems have almost failed right now.
Do you think? No. I mean, what next big? Do you think gay marriage is going to go?
Oh yeah, they're coming after the gays. They're going to roll back civil rights completely. They're going to figure out a way to get us liberals.
Next is blowjobs too, right?
Freedom of speech will be gone.
Anal.
No buts about it. No buts about it. Anal is going to be gone. I don't know though. I think if I recall Clarence Thomas's hearing, he was into the animals and stuff like that.
Oh, you like butt babies.
The long dong silver guy, remember?
Yeah.
He kept showing the big guy with the big.
Republicans. What's good for them isn't good for anybody else.
Yeah. So Alito is a long dong silver fan too, probably. They probably sit around and share the clips.
They might be sitting on each other's robes. You never know.
And then we got the kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs joining in on him. He's going to be on the Supreme Court now.
He's going to get nominated. He's going to be in the cabinet. Are you kidding?
Harrison Butker is going to be. He's going to be in the cabinet. What did he say? Women would be happier if they could just stay home and have babies.
I mean, he has ass in his name. Of course, he's going to be a complete tool bag.
And the NFL's like, oh, we don't support the views. And Kansas City's like, we love this guy, and he can say whatever he wants.
So he must be like super Catholic, right? So he didn't have sex before marriage or none of that stuff.
I bet he did.
He must be Captain Perfect. Well, if you're going to go and have a big statement that, gay pride and all these ladies have been duped and everything like this. Aren't you holier than thou and all that? I mean, I don't know. Again,
I think he should be.
I'm not a Christian. I just, if you're going to be one, you think that, and you espouse all these things, then
women should be homemakers. We all agree. You'd be happier women if you're just at home working.
Yes, you'd be so much happier, getting yelled at by your children at home.
And you can't have an abortion and be a decent human being. Everybody knows that.
No.
Gender roles.
I mean, I'm sure when does he believe life begins? Maybe he believes once you come. So then he's when
you make a field goal.
Is he aborted into a rag?
Life begins when you make the field goal.
Right.
When it goes through the uprights. It was a Catholic school, but still, he did call Biden a murderer, basically. Led by a man who publicly and proudly proclaims his Catholic faith, at the same time, delusional enough to make sure the sign of the cross during a pro-abortion rally. He made the sign of the cross at a rally, John.
I would be willing to bet that Harrison Butker is not living all those 613 commandments.
You could bet on it.
I'm going to take a wild guess.
I bet he don't make it to the season as their kicker now.
I bet all of his...
And that's not because the left side, the right wing is going to cancel him.
His whole house has broken glass.
And that's the big thing, too, that come out is who's really the cancel mob? It's right wingers. They're the ones canceling everybody. Trump is the biggest canceler of all. Who cancels more people than Donald Trump? Nobody. They're the woke mob, and they don't even know it.
No, they know they're hypocrites. They know it. They're okay with it. They really are. That's what I'm saying. I don't. People keep saying, "Oh, we need to change their minds and change their votes." No, there's no changing some of these minds. It's made up. This is who they are. A lot of these people,
they fucking just lie. Like Butler said that Congress has passed a law about the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act. Congress didn't pass that yet. That's not a law. He's out there saying this is a law. You know who passed it, of course? The right-wing House of Representatives passed that law.
But they don't look at it like that.
Yeah.
It's just the Democrats or it's the liberals or,
It hasn't passed. It won't pass.
Remember the cat litter in the schools and those morons were believing it and they were out there saying it in speeches and shit?
Yeah.
Because some kid was making up a story and they fucking
It fits our thing. We'll do it.
It fits our narrative.
Fits our agenda. Let's tell it. Tell it like it is.
And I'll go down there, and you know what I'll do when I go down there? I'll tip every single one of those cat litter boxes, and then what are they gonna do? I'll have the janitor come in and clean them up.
Cat tippers.
Can't have those goddamn cat litter boxes.
Kids are in the bathroom shitting in
cat litter boxes.
We got litter boxes in all the public schools now.
And it's like the same idiot that believed the pizza thing and QAnon and all these other things. Somehow they're able to get him in with some kernel thing that just blows their mind. Oh, I did my research. I went down all the tunnels, and this is what I found.
There's a guy in Italy putting gas pumps in his ass and masturbating. And he's doing it in the name of the liberal Democrats.
Right?
Joe Biden told that guy to masturbate.
His name is Joe Badina. When you talk about Italians, you have to add a vowel at the end.
And Nikki Haley, he's unfit, he's disgusting, he's a horrible human being, but I'm going to vote for him.
Right? That's my president. Well, she's the one who was like, when they asked her about the Civil War, the what? The who? The when?
Something happened.
You mean the new one?
You mean the breakup between Kim Kardashian and that guy? Is that the Civil War we're talking about? P. Diddy? How about P. Diddy? We talked about him last week, didn't we?
Last week, yeah.
What a great guy.
Crazy as fuck.
It's
a weird thing. It's
fuck
a weird
Jake
thing
Paul and Tyson. We don't want to talk about that, do we?
Nah, I mean.
Fuck that. Haiti is on the verge of collapse.
Yeah. Finally.
Kenya is sending troops in to restore civil un, I don't know, to get rid of civil unrest in the Port-au-Prince, the Haitian capital. He's trying to restore it. And Kenya is basically, I think it's the Democrats sending in a front
Do you
to handle
think
for us. They're the boots on the
Biden didn't
ground.
send anybody in because he didn't want to make it look like that? Again, we're the policemen of the world, and
Well,
we're
okay,
here.
yeah. If he does it,
Is Biden-
the House would be against it. Anything Biden does, they vote against it. So you can't get anything
Well,
done.
to send it in, he doesn't necessarily need their approval, does he? If he just wants to send in troops there.
Especially if you do it through another country, John. Through Kenya. Kenya's doing it. And we're going to support him.
But that's what I mean. He just it's close to the election. He doesn't want that to be just another thing that's
Right. And by the way, the fifth person that calls in today on our show gets free tickets to a round trip to Haiti.
Nice.
Port-au-Prince. You can stay there. You got to stay 2 weeks, though.
Beaches.
Good luck. The fifth caller, John. The fifth caller.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just all gang turmoil. Did they assassinate the president? I can't remember what happened
last year.
Yeah.
Year, the president was assassinated, and now they've got small gangs running, each one claiming power, and like one guy set up buses around his area. He's controlling that area, and the people inside are happy and safe, and they're happy about it. So what's happening is small groups are providing safety to their people that live there, and people don't mind it so much, even though it's a fucking mess, and it's not going to get better that way.
Yeah, well, and then those missionaries were just killed, right? 2 missionaries.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, and I get that they're dedicated. I understand that. But wouldn't you see at some point, hey, it's time for us to leave? I mean, I guess it's their home.
How do you leave? You're poor. They're all poor, man.
Not the missionaries.
Oh, missionaries!
The American missionaries that got killed.
Yeah, they'll never leave. Missionaries would stick it out. They have God on their side.
But it seems like if you're in one of those countries and there's a political turmoil, 9 times out of 10, if you're a missionary, you're dead.
I agree. I wouldn't be a missionary.
I'm just, I guess you got to applaud their stick-to-itiveness for staying. But did you hear the story about how it happened? It was kind of messed up.
It's like
they didn't need to be killed.
Harrison Butker's mom is a fucking physicist at Emory College, and he's telling women go back to fucking kitchen.
Yeah, he's a dipshit.
The contradictions are obvious. It's the whole fucking right wing is so fucking crazy. So Haiti's on the verge of collapse. Kenya is going to go in and try to prop it up.
I thought Haiti's already collapsed. It's already.
Well, yeah. I wouldn't. I tell you what, I wouldn't take a cruise ship to Haiti right now.
I mean, not unless you're looking for some action. I mean, some firepower and you want to fight or something.
And let's wrap it up with the gloom and doom. Biden's losing all the states, man. According to the polls, he's losing all the swing states.
Polls.
All of them but Wisconsin, where he's tied.
All those polls where
he's losing Pennsylvania, he's losing Nevada, he's losing Georgia, he's losing Arizona. Boom, 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 boom. Just go down the list. We're going to be fucked with President Trump.
Well, if all you poll are Republicans, what do you think what are you going to get back?
Let's look at 538. Let's see what they're saying. You want to do that?
Yeah, even though I'm sorry. I don't trust any polls. Not even ones that are saying that Biden's winning.
Poland is a rough country. I understand.
I'll look for whenever it happens, it happens. You know what? Polling is a lot like the NFL draft. Like right before the NFL draft, when there's all this smoke and bullshit, and then once it happens, half the shit that you were told wasn't even true.
The newest poll on May 23rd from Emerson College, 37 people approve, 52 disapprove of Joe Biden. 44% are voting for Trump, 39% for Biden. And then it says 50% and 50%. So I don't understand that.
You know, them not giving any sort of profile on who they're contacting in order to conduct these polls,
right,
leaves me. I don't take it as anything that would be factual or any sort of message of what's to come. Because it's been far too often that every time they put out a poll, they're wrong.
Let's hope they're wrong this time. I hope. We're going to live in a dictatorship.
It wouldn't shock me if he loses Michigan.
Look, if he wins, the country's going to be so fucked up.
No, I mean, I'm talking about Biden. If Biden loses Michigan, it wouldn't shock me.
No.
But at the same time, you know, if Trump gets convicted next week, everything changes. Now, he probably won't get. I doubt that he'll get convicted because it's still a jury trial, right? It's not the judge.
Supposedly, 1/3 of the people said they're going to vote for him. Won't vote for him if he's convicted of a felony, but I don't believe that either. They found every reason in the world to vote.
Oh, they'll probably still vote for him, but
yeah. I don't know what has Joe Biden got to do. He's got to lower gas prices and lower the grocery store prices. That's his only chance.
No, that's not going to change anything because then they'll just pop up something else.
Gas prices have got to get lower, man. He did release 1 million barrels of oil to try to lower it.
It's not going to matter. It's not going to. All these people, there's no. I don't know that there's any middle people, and if there are middle people on between Trump and you're undecided, you're a moron. Plain and simple.
Agreed.
If you're undecided on whether Joe Biden or Trump, then you are a moron.
Yep. But they get to vote.
I hate to break it to you.
Morons get to vote.
Yeah. And we talked about this before. Everybody gets to vote. Like all these people get to vote. All the crazies get to vote. Whether you like it or not, they get to vote. So if you're not crazy and you kind of like democracy and everything's going okay compared to the other 4 years, and guess where you need to go?
We're ending this week on a sad.
But you know, at the same time,
go ahead.
You know, you have all these college campuses that are still under protest, aren't they? They broke up a lot of them, right? But once school let out, it's like it kind of dwindled, didn't it?
Right.
Oh, summertime. Well, I gotta get going. Protest was fun.
Well,
I didn't have to go to class. It was fantastic.
Let's wrap it up with this because we might have fun with this. Debates. They're going to have debates.
Does that surprise you?
Trump is going to debate Biden twice, and he's agreed to no audience and Biden's terms. But most people, a lot of analysts are saying Trump's not going to show up. If he's leading, he's not going to debate because he lost every debate he's ever been in.
But I guess it would. But he doesn't have to debate him, right? There's no rules saying that he's got to debate Joe Biden.
Even if you agree to it and all that, they still can't make you do it.
Yeah. So anything him going on, yeah, he's going to lose that. I'm not necessarily, but I agree with you. It would be a loser for him to show up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can only hurt him.
He's a fucking idiot.
And he knows better. Well, I mean, he knows better than to do that than take his chance. Or It's the opposite. He's going to be so arrogant, which is also Trumpian, so arrogant, so narcissistic that he feels he wants to do it to prove that he's better than Biden.
Well, he said they're going to shut off his mic and shit, so he might do it and then just complain about the liberal media.
Yeah.
Tried to shut me up, but I didn't shut up. I kept fighting for you people. So
I mean, that has to be Biden's tactic. He has to goad Trump into wanting to debate, right?
Yeah. He told him anytime, any place, Donald.
Yeah, but it's got to be more than he's got to get after him more than that, though. Wouldn't you think? It's got to be more of like a.
We'll see.
It's got to be more professional.
I mean,
wrestling.
they just put an ad on yesterday about how Donald mistreats black people. They talked about how he kicked them out of his apartments, and it was really an attack on Donald Trump's record of racism.
I mean, if you don't know by now, what the fuck is it going to take? Again, it's either
I love my black people. My black people. I love them.
Right? I mean, it's either you're either, like you said, it's either you're really rich and you're looking to save on your taxes, or this is what you believe.
A lot of idiots, man. All right. You know what? We should have the boys come in here and sing an inspirational song.
I think so.
You ready?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Interesting podcast, John. Nice talking to you, man.
Did you hear it? Funny today.
You hear it?
Yeah. Should I do a remix?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we could.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Now, bump, bump.
I love that laugh. All right. See you guys.
All right. See ya.